Iran is piling more demands on the U.S. as talks to end the war stall. Today, the Iran-backed Houthi rebel group claimed responsibility for an attack on a major Saudi oil refinery and a port in Yemen. It's the latest example of widening violence in the region. Meanwhile, discussions between Iran and Oman are ongoing to open the Strait of Hormuz. Jen Sullivan looks at what the conflict means for fuel prices as the summer winds down.
Talks to end the war with Iran have stalled, and many worry a possible peace deal is nowhere in sight.
This is an issue that's not going to get sorted out anytime soon.
Iran is now accusing the U.S. of breaching the terms of their agreement signed in June, and leaders are pushing for new demands for the U.S. to fulfill before reopening the Strait of Hormuz. It's the vital waterway where prior to the war, roughly 20% of the world's oil traveled.
There's an argument coming from some people in Tehran that the regime just wants to drag this out. They're happy to keep the Strait of Hormuz closed for a while because they think that will add further pressure on the U.S.
Since U.S. and Israeli forces first launched strikes on Iran more than 5 months ago, maritime traffic through the strait has essentially halted due to safety concerns. It's caused oil and gas prices to surge across the world. As of Sunday, the national average for a gallon of regular gas was $4.01. And while that's lower than the wartime peak of $4.56, it's still 86 cents higher than a year ago.
Now, prices are still higher than we would like, but we've taken a lot of steps so that when the Gulf situation is resolved, that we can expect prices to go way, way down.
Even if the Strait of Hormuz does reopen soon, it could take some time before oil production starts up again and prices begin to come down at the pump.
To be tangible evidence of mine-sweeping activities in order to restore confidence that shippers can move through and not necessarily face those risks.
Reporting from New York for WHAS 11, I'm Jen Sullivan on your side.
As the negotiations over the Strait of Hormuz continue, here's a look into how it's affecting gas prices right here in Kentuckiana. According to AAA, right now the national average for a gallon of gas is sitting at $4.02. Kentucky is sitting at about 50 cents cheaper than that at $3.58 a gallon. Indiana, however, is sitting lower at $3.49 after Governor Mike Braun recently began another gas tax suspension, though he blames this emergency on the war in Ukraine, not the war with Iran.